Hello again and welcome back to my channel and welcome to round one of our Sunday Championship from the Ultimate Racing League. And I've got the privilege of covering the top tier for this season. And this is the Pro 1. This is the fast boys, if you like. This is the highest you can get within the group. So expect some fantastic racing here throughout the 10 weeks and 10 rounds. Sorry, not 10 rounds, but the 10 weeks that we've got in store. So we start here at the Kyoto driving park. As I say, it's a 4.2 mile anti-clockwise circuit, 15 corners in Kyoto. It's around 283 miles southwest of the capital Tokyo. And we're actually on the Yamagiwa and Miyabi layout. That's one of 5 layouts here at this facility, and basically is the most of it is the Yamagiwa circuit, but a little add-on which is about, I think it's about the middle of the lap actually, a little add-on piece which is the Miyabi section. So effectively 2 sort of tracks combined into one. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. This is going to be really epic here at the top, and there's going to be some names here that you will recognise, probably some others that you probably won't. But obviously the boys, the drivers, have gone out and done their qualification, and they are ready to go for this first race. 11 laps around around here. Both races actually, race 1 and race 2, are both 11 laps. And well, just a couple of changes, or a few changes to what we used to here in the past. And well, as you know, still a 10-week championship, but where it used to be split into half and half, as in 5 rounds of the shorter sprints and then 5 of the enduros, we're actually only doing 4 rounds of the sprints and 6 rounds of the enduros. So not much change, but it does mean a little bit more strategy required as we hit round 5. So other than that, the only other change from last time, I believe, is that it's a mix of models and makes of cars here. It was a one-make championship last time out, but we've got all sorts of manufacturers and cars out ready to go, which I will take you through shortly. Soft tyres for this race 1, no need to pit, although it's going to be pretty heavy on the front right of around this circuit. So it all depends on how the drivers conserve their tyres. I think the fuel might be okay, but if they do need to come in and change tyres, they may decide that they want to do a little bit of a splash of fuel in there as well. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, being the top tier, they're going to know how to short shift and save fuel and save their tyres. We hope anyway, or let's see. We will find out shortly. So going to take you through the grid then for this first race, and sitting pretty in pole position is Smith, and he's in the that nice bright red Ferrari, which I thought would be quite a popular choice going into this one of the newer cars that have appeared on the game now. That, along with the Porsche, I thought that would be probably the 2 favourites that most people will probably decide to go with. Well, Smith is sitting there in pole, as I say, in that Ferrari. Alongside him in second place is Scott in the Porsche, funny enough. Not come across Scott, I don't think, unless he's changed his name. He's there in second place. Then we've got Gower. Now, we are familiar with Gower in third place. He's in the AMG, and we are familiar with him from last time out. In fact, I'm familiar with him because I was racing with him last time out, and he was one of the ones that actually got promoted up into this top tier. So looking forward to seeing how Gower gets on. Then we got in fourth Ethan. He's in the BMW. Not come across Ethan, I don't think, unless again another one that's changed their name. But he's sitting in fourth place. Then we've got Harry in fifth in the second of the AMGs. Now, actually, funny enough, Harry is Gower's brother. So we've got 2 brothers competing in the same race here. So see how they get on. But Harry's sitting there just behind his brother in fifth. Then we've got Matty in sixth place in the Porsche. Frowney in seventh in the Porsche. Nath, we know about Nath as well. He's in the Beetle. So not the usual choice of car, but why not? Let's go with it. It's not a pretty decent car. So we'll see how that stacks up against the rest of them. But Nath, of course, another one that I was racing last time out, and another one that got promoted up into the top tier. Then we've got Motorstorm in 9th in the Audi, and yeah, no Motorstorm, very quick driver as well. So looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Fitzy in 10th in the Porsche, and he was the third guy that got promoted from Pro 2. So we're going to see how Gower, Nath and Fitzy get on. Will it be a bit of a baptism of fire for them, or are they going to take it like a duck in water? Well, we'll see. And we got Victor in 11th in the Porsche. We've got Unforgiven in 12th in the BMW. Brisbane in 13th in the Viper of all cars. So that's a really unusual choice. So really looking forward to seeing how he gets on in that. And then Enzo in 14th in the second of the Ferrari. So it's mainly Porsches there, a couple of Ferraris in there, a couple of BMs, and then we've got the Beetle and the Viper just to mix it up a little bit. So, yeah, I think we're ready to go for this first race. And I think that's all that's left for me to say is watch those lights and away we go. Oh, holding them for a long time there, but they're off and running at Gower with a magnificent start in that AMG going around the outside. The Ferrari and the Porsche, not the quickest off the line in fairness, and both Mercs, the two brothers in those Mercs, are going to be getting up to the front here already. Scott managing to just keep second place, so he stayed where he is. Smith, our pole sitter, dropped a couple of places back to fourth place, but there he is in their Ferrari being chased out by Ethan in the BM. So they hit this long left-hander now. Goes on forever this one, out the other side. And now as they come down the hill, this is where the Miyabi circuit joins here. So they're going to turn right into this really tight hairpin as we see Scott and Harry going side by side through there. Now the back of the car can come round. There's a lot of camber here, can knock the car sideways if you're not careful. Everyone taking it very cautious through there. Enzo at the back there in 13th. And what happened to Matty? He had a terrible start. Matty was, well, I don't know, I can't remember where he was in the grid, but what's happened to Matty is, when he's at it, and that's at turn 1, I think he is. Or is it? No, it's not. It's turn, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's turn 6, so yeah. Matty just getting too much on the curb, and I think Enzo also done the same thing. So a couple of the cars, yeah, Enzo's off, both hitting that inside curb. So we'll see Matty just getting it back going again, but yeah, you take too much of that curb, and in fact I've done that myself in my race, so know how it feels, and I'm in the same car. So Matty, unfortunate, along with Enzo, both in 13th and 14th place now. So back at the front though, look at Gower pulling away already in that Merc. Well, I mean, as I said, Gower we know, and at the moment, looking strong. It's very early, of course, only lap 1 of 11, but already gapping the rest of the field here as they come now along this straight. The second of the starter finishes, Smith up to third now. Then we've got Scott, then Ethan, then Nath in 6th, still sitting lovely there in that Beetle. Still going with that Samurai livery, slightly different design, but we're used to that, aren't we? As we see, who's that going up the inside? I think that's Fitzy having a look at Frowney. That didn't quite work, so just had to back off, but that's allowed Brisbane to come through in the Viper. Now this is one of the drivers and cars that I want to see how he gets on, because this is a real handful, that American muscle car. Trying to chuck this around some of these circuits that we're going to be visiting, especially a bit later on when we've got the likes of Goodwood, for example. Trying to get a big Viper like that around there should be really interesting, although this is the top league, so these boys should be able to handle anything, apparently. So there's Victor in 7th. Then at the back we've got Unforgiven and Motorstorm fighting it out. Unforgiven just had to sit behind, slot in behind Motorstorm in 11th. That's a great livery there, Motorstorm. I thought for a moment it was the Valentino Rossi livery, but it's not. It's kind of got his colours, that blue and the luminous yellow, but don't think it's anything to do with him actually. Maybe inspired by Valentino Rossi, but nothing to do with him, I don't think. So as we see him coming round this left-hander again. I think everyone's clear this time. Wenzo taking a lot of that curb again. He's taking it a little bit wider, quite wisely. Didn't want to make that silly same mistake again. Gower then back at the front. 2:23.1 already is his fastest lap, but it would be his out in the front. So I'm sure that will get. Sure that will change as we make our way through the race. To Harry, his brother, there he is, trying to go with him. So the two Gowers, 1 and 2 on track. Not sure who's the oldest out of the two actually. Answers on a postcard, but at the moment they're leading this field with Smith still sitting there in third. So Smith just comfortable at the moment. Going to keep an eye on how the tyres go for these drivers. By the time we get to the end of the race, everyone's going to be knocking out fastest sectors now on lap 2. It's just how it is. You're always going to be a bit quicker than lap 1. Ethan in 4th, putting all sorts of pressure to the back of Smith, but then he's also got Scott behind him. So not far behind them in 6th is Nath as well, but these 3 very close now. Who's going to make a move? I think Smith is trying to defend, but Ethan's going to have a look, I believe, up the inside. Smith gets there though, or keeps it there in 3rd. So all but a little opened up a little bit on the inside, and Ethan's going to go for it side by side through the S's now. I think Ethan's, I think Smith just had to drop back. Oh no, he hasn't. No, they're going side by side now. This is difficult to do. Side by side through there, really got to be cautious. But Ethan prevailed ahead of Smith, and actually Nath, I thought had got past Scott, but no, it's still Scott in 5th place. Scott now all over the back of Smith as they come down the hill. He runs a bit wide. Smith's going to get some dirt onto his tyres as he hits that braking zone now. And Scott, is he in for a chance here at the move at the hairpin? No, he's not. It's too far back. Smith get there and they're okay. Yeah, seems to. So Ethan up to 3rd, then Smith in 4th. Scott still all over the back of Smith in 5th place. Nath still sitting okay there in that Beetle in 6th place. Then we've got Frowney in 7th place in that orange and black. It's kind of copper, isn't it? Copper and black Porsche. One of our other commentators here at the Ultimate Racing League. So check out his YouTube channel. You'll find it if you put Frowney in. Great commentator. Not too sure what league he's covering this time around, but check him out, please. There's Fitzy in 8th. Fitzy is out. Longer serving drivers here at the Ultimate Racing League is Fitzy. Know quite a lot about Fitzy in terms of the way he drives. I've raced with him many times. So he's holding his own now in 8th. Then we've got Motorstorm Hero in that. I say Motorstorm Hero, it's actually changed his name to just Motorstorm, but Motorstorm, it used to be Motorstorm Hero, it's now Q1R Motorstorm, and he's going to have a go at Fitzy down here at turn 1. And just pulls out. Fitzy's going to give him plenty of room. Hugging that inside line, and through he goes to 8th place, but Fitzy will fight back as they hit the S's, but Fitzy don't want to get embroiled in too much of an argument there. Doesn't have to back off, and he does. Probably the wise thing to do. 4 laps in. So Fitzy back to 9th, but Motorstorm up to 8th place. Then we've got Victor in 10th, and he's all over or fighting with Brisbane there. Up the inside goes Brisbane in that Viper. I think he just got that place back, didn't he, as a couple of them run wide. That's Unforgiven, and Enzo Unforgiven of dropping back to 12. So did he have an issue somewhere? If he did, I missed it, apologies, but we're looking at Brisbane through the hairpin. There's Victor in 11th, then Unforgiven 12th, mostly followed by Enzo. So also very close here at the back. 4 cars fighting out as Unforgiven again just rides that curve a little bit too much, takes a bit of grass. Will that allow Enzo to get through? It does. Flat through here all the way now, just a little lift through this left-hander, maybe a stab of brake. This one never ending, this left-hander. Keep going now, applying the power. They now hit the second of the hairpins, which coincidentally is where the Miyabi circuit ends, and we get back onto the Yamagiwa circuit. So it's only a short section just in the middle of the track. The Miyabi bit, Yamagiwa, is majority of that is what this consists of. And Matty still trying to recover from that early off. Lap 1. It's actually a repeat of what happened to me. I was had an incident, same sort of thing at lap 1, and it was hard to get anything back after that, to be fair. Gower crosses the line to start lap 5. His time has been beaten though by Enzo in the Ferrari, a 2:17.1. Gower won't be too fussed with that. He's leading this race, and that's all that matters. Through the S's now in that Rizzler AMG with the Bart Simpson on the back window. Like it. Hello Bart, you right? Now he's got his thumbs up is what I want to know. Let's have a look, see if I can get a close-up shot of that, if the cameraman can. Is that a thumbs up? Yeah, pretty much. That Merc looks like it's pretty comfortable. There's his brother, and he's got the Michelin Man giving a thumbs up on the back of his window. So both with passengers, the 2 Mercs. It's a great car actually. I'm surprised that it's only these 2 that have decided on it. Then we got Scott in 3rd, still Smith, or I say still, he's actually got past Smith. He was banging on the door, wasn't he, behind Smith for a long time. He's managed to get that pass done. Up to 3rd he goes, Scott. So Smith down to 4th place. Ethan to 5th now, with Nave still sitting in 6th place now. Someone run wide there? No, they haven't. Fanny in 7th, Motorstorm in 8th, and Fitzy in 9th. Then the gap back then to this 3, Brisbane, Enzo, Victor, 10th, 11th and 12th place as Victor pulls out. Has a look, no he doesn't get there, but Brisbane still trying to hold off Enzo. Quite a fast flowing track, but there are some slow corners as well, so I would probably class this as a mid to high speed circuit, this one. Oh, and Unforgiven at the back. Now what's happened to Unforgiven? No, he wasn't at the back, was he, when we last time we come to him? And now he's obviously had an off somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to catch it. Some way back, isn't it? Oh, there we are. So 13th place, Matty's behind him in 14th. He's going to run it onto the grass, and yeah, that's what happens. Going full speed at that point. There's no way of recovering, as we see Matty fly past and Unforgiven. Unfortunately, drops down to 14th, and he's got a lot of work to be done here for the remainder of this race. Some damage at the back as well, so that's going to have to reset. So he may forget about this first race and think about what he's going to do in this second race. We'll see. It's quite easy to make a mistake around here, but I'll be a little bit careful. So I'm going to throw the towel in yet, I'm sure. Gower, our man that's come up. Maybe this is where he belongs, as he just had a good start. It's a bit of a rocket ship off the line anyway, this AMG. So obviously got that start along with his brother, and we see them both leading it out of turn 1, didn't we, at the start of the race? So both with great starts in notes, Mercs, but it is only round 1. It looks like Scott is actually catching these 2 now. So Scott pushing in that Porsche. Now what can Scott do? Certainly catching Harry. Smith still there in 4th, Ethan in 5th, Nath in 6th, Brownie 7th, Motorstorm in 8th. That's your top 8 as they come across the line to start lap 6. Still Enzo with that fastest lap of 2:17.1. But my eyes are fixed on Scott at the moment because his eyes are fixed onto the back of Harry's Merc because he's absolutely hunting him down here. If he carries on like this, I'll be surprised if he doesn't then take the fastest lap away from Enzo. Having said that, his last lap time for Scott was a 2:18.2, so he's roughly a second slower than Enzo's quickest, but we'll see. He's going to be happy where he is at the moment in 3rd place, but he's going to want more, and he is possibly going to get more because Harry is, I wouldn't say struggling, but that front right already in that Merc looks almost half gone. So we know it's always a bit of a problem around this circuit for that right side. Let's have a look at his brothers quickly. Yeah, he's looking better. So Harry clearly pushing a little bit harder in that second of the Mercs. His front tyre, 6 out of 11 laps gone. He's going to be finding it tough to keep Scott behind him. Scott's tyres looking okay as well, and Scott's going to have a lot more grip coming through up the hill here through this little right hand kink into the left hand hairpin. A bit wider from Scott trying to square it off, and there goes Harry's wide as Harry didn't get a good exit at all, couldn't get it turned. That's already, so Scott now, he's going to just sit there. Surely he'll either have a go here at the final corner, turn 15, or he might leave it to turn 1, maybe see what sort of run he gets out of the final corner here. But he's in a good position to just get that second place off of Harry now. Right up, tucked up behind the rear spoiler of Harry as they cross the line to start lap 7. Don't think he's going to be close enough yet to have a move there, but he knows Harry's struggling with his tyres, and he knows all he's got to do really is just wait. It will come to him. Got no immediate pressure from Smith behind him 4th, so Scott at the moment is in a good position just to keep pounding away at the back of Harry's Merc. What can he do? It's just a matter of time before he takes this second place. Harry's struggling to turn that Merc now. The brakes down here. Maybe. It's right-hander. No, little switch back possibly for Scott. No, still not there. So great defensive driving from Harry, but can he keep him defensive for another 4.5 laps? Trying everything you can, Harry, but of course, while being defensive, you're trying to almost push the car to its limit as well, which is not going to help the tyres. There was a bit of a touch between both of them as well, so Scott just had to back off a little bit there. He didn't want to, he no need to really get involved in anything like that. Not that that was just a racing incident, of course, there was nothing in that, but just needs to just stay where he is really. Although having said that, Smith is now clawed Scott back in because of these two fighting. Smith now is in with a chance of getting himself on the podium. He could actually nick second place as well, although Smith's tyres are probably as bad as Harry's at the moment. So Scott is he's got the better tyres out of these three. Harry's still holding off Scott with Gower still leading it ahead. First place, crossing the line to start lap 8. There he goes. Nath up to 5th now, so Nath he's got himself right back. Ethan has fell all the way back to 7th, and Nath has took advantage of that, along with Motorstorm, who's up to 6th. So these two guys are pushing Ethan. Let's have a look. Ethan's tyres are terrible, and that's the reason why he's dropping like a stone here. Back to 7th place with Frownie in 8th. So Ethan's going to continue to go backwards here. It's now whether he decides to just see it out to the end if he can, or will he need to come in. He's trying to stay over to the right hand side, but Frowney, he was actually trying to stay out of the way of Frowney, I think, to just let him go past. He knew he's obviously got a lot more pace. I think Frowney wanted a bit of his slip, and Frowney runs it wide onto the grass, kicks the curb a little bit down the other side. Now hard on the brakes into the Miyabi section, this tight right hand hairpin corner. Everyone through there, I believe. Yep, everything's okay. There's Motorstorm still battling with Nath, Ethan, Frowney, then Fitzy still sitting in 9th place. Not a million miles away from these guys. Still in with a shot, getting into that top 5 at least for Fitzy. Then a big gap back to Brisbane. He's not really got going at all in that Viper. There's Brisbane. Used to seeing Brisbane up the sharp end of these races, but struggling at the moment. I think that Viper again, not a great one for tyres, I don't think. Victor in the Porsche in 11th again, not really got going. We haven't seen too much of Victor, have we? Tyres are going to feel a whole lot different on these cars, as Unforgiven is 12th place now. Made one more spot. He was at the back, remember, so actually he's made up a couple of spots. He got back past Matty and back past Enzo, so 12th place for Unforgiven. There is Enzo in 13th, and he's actually coming, and that's why Unforgiven has gone to 12th place. Enzo has decided that enough was enough, and he had to come in to change tyres, and that's what he's done. So he's got some fresh, soft, compound tyres on there, so what can he do? He's got 3 laps to try and do something, but it all depends on what the guys ahead of him does, I suppose. It's a long way from the front of the race. Here is Enzo. Then Matty has also decided to do the Enzo strategy, and he's coming also, but again, same sort of scenario. Not that long to go, and he's got a long way to get anything out of this race. Unforgiven has decided it's time for him to come in as well, so there are a few making some changes here in this race, where others will go all the way through. Gower looking superb at the moment. Tyres are looking splendid, no problem there. He ain't going to have to come in. Scott has got himself to 2nd place. He did get that move done in the end from Harry. How long ago was that? Probably some time ago, because we were focusing on some other things behind, weren't we? Where was it? There we go. It's going to be somewhere here, isn't it? I've lost it. Well, anyway, he's up there into 2nd place now. Is Scott. Well, we knew it was going to happen anyway. Harry now. Is Harry going to come in? That's the difference between Harry in the AMG and his brother in the AMG. His brother's tyres look perfect for where we are in the race. Harry's, on the other hand, not so perfect, so clearly pushing a lot harder than his brother was Harry. Now as he comes round the final corner, is he going to shoot off left into pit lane? No, he's not. He's going to stay out, so he's going to go way to the end. He could be a bit of fuel saving now, trying to conserve those tyres. Smith in 4th place. Likewise, they could be just trying to see what they can get now out of what they have left of their front right. Through the S's they go. Storm in 5th place. Nathan 6th. Tyres are all looking about the same. Ethan's pretty bad. Surprised he stayed out actually. Frowney in 8th. Fitzy in 9th. Then we've got Brisbane in 10th still, with Victor in 11th. Then Enzo, Matty and Unforgiven, we know, are all the ones that have all come in and done a bit of a tyre change. And Gower. Looking really comfortable. Scott. His tyres look okay as well. 2.5 laps for Scott to try and do something about Gower ahead of him. Can he get the win, Scott? A remarkable drive if he can. Just worked his way through, got himself up to 2nd place, took advantage of others whose tyres we're at a disadvantage. Like these two that's on in shot now as Smith goes to have a look at Harry. No, both. Oh, and Smith's run it well wide. Oh, it's not as wide as what I thought. Actually, looked like he was going on straight there for a second. Just the camera angle, but Smith, both of these guys battling to try and turn their cars now. Smith ain't going to give up. He wants that podium. He started on pole, remember. So clearly, car's pretty quick around here on decent tyres. So when it gets too used, it may become a bit of an issue, but he's still trying everything he can to get past Harry ahead of him, and Harry probably got worse tyres than what Smith has. So they're staying out. They're going to see it through, I think, as they start lap 10. So we're on the penultimate lap already now. They're going to definitely see it through to the end. Storm, 5th place, worked his way through as well. But don't want too much of that grass. This car, the Audi R8, has I think improved. It used to be a bit skittish, quite handful to drive, but actually over the last few updates it seems to have become one of the better cars, actually, I think, now to actually drive. So a pretty good choice. We'll see how he gets on with it. Smith, I had to go back to him quickly. I know he was right up the back of Harry and he was battling, and Smith that tighter line, Harry a little bit wider, but Harry's got to defend again. He's done some stellar job at doing that so far in this race, but how's he going to defend against Smith? Harry's thinking, God almighty, just leave me alone in this race, will you? I've had enough of these guys trying to push me around. These tyres ain't helping, so... But, well, Harry is doing as well as he can, keeping it in 3rd place, keeping it on the podium. Tyres like he's got, definitely. Oh, and Smith up the inside now. That was a little dive there. It was clean. Does Smith make it? I think he has, you know. He's out the other side, side by side. No, Harry's not giving up. Harry's still ahead of him in 3rd. What a battle this is between Smith and Harry. Now he's got another lap then, Smith, to try and get past Harry, and Harry's got another lap to try and keep Smith behind him. So all to play for here. This is the final step on the podium, as you can see, and who's going to get it? It's a great race. Another one of these races coming up, another 11 lapper. As they cross the line now to start the final lap. What's Smith got? What's Harry got? I know what they haven't got, or what's each other's got in terms of the final push here. Storm doesn't look, well, it depends. I was going to say, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get on terms with the two in front of him, but of course if they start battling, and with their tyres the way they are, all those Motorstorms not exactly great themselves, but if they start battling ahead of him, he's got every chance of getting right onto the back of him. In fact, he's already caught Smith hugely there. Now Smith, did he make a bit of a mistake through the S's maybe? For sure, because all of a sudden he's fell right into the clutches of... Go with Smith and see. He was battling with... Yeah, there it is. Oh, yes, big hit on the wall. Thought it must be something like that, because all of a sudden he was right bang into the eye line of Motorstorm at this point. It was like, what happened? So, yeah, it took a big smash into the barrier there, did Smith. Front left damage. And Motorstorm, he's be rubbing his hands together now. Is he going to have a go down here? Got the hairpin. No, he's not, but probably got... Well, I was going to say probably got slightly better tyres, but no, they're probably about the same, actually. But Motorstorm, no, can get a good 4th place here, possibly, if he can get past Smith by the time we finish rest of this lap. Knife sitting there, 6th place, doing really well. Knife, he hasn't really moved from there as he got himself in the 6th and held his own pretty well. So good ride from Knife. How's our leaders? Let's just go back and see, because Gower's still leading it, but how close is Scott? Well, he is closer, but I'm not sure he's close enough to change anything here. Maybe just a little bit too late. Maybe just running out of corners now for Scott. Looks like Gower could indeed get this victory here in race 1. Scott's done really well though to get himself into a position where he's challenging for that top spot. I think Gower's going to have just enough to see him through. Tyres are what they are now as Gower hits the final corner for the final time here in race 1. Congratulations to Gower. Hope I'm not going to say that too prematurely. No, he's got round there nicely. But actually that gap's closed right in. Scott's happy with 2nd. He'll take that. Gower, he will be ecstatic. So Gower, congratulations, gets that win. Scott close behind in 2nd. Well done. Harry will hold off and finish in 3rd place. Ahead of Smith in 4th. Motorstorm in 5th. Nathan 6th. Really close there. Then we've got Frowney, who's got past Fitzy into 7th place for Frowney. Closely followed by Fitzy in 8th. Then the gap back to Brisbane, who's made up another spot actually to 9th in that Viper. Victor in 10th. Ethan dropped all the way down to 11th in the end with, nothing left on that front right at all. So Ethan takes 11th place with Matty in 12th. And then Unforgiven in 13th. Coming round the final corner with Enzo in 14th. He does actually grab a fastest lap again though, 2:16.9 for Enzo. So we'll get the extra points for that. But 14th for him in the end. So great race from the Pro Top League, Pro 1. Race 1, and join me soon for race 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.